Matching hundreds. It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Tennessee Titans. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
First down, Prescott. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The numbers for Howard a week ago, 6 catches, 75 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That play got bottled up.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Now Cobb to return. Shreds the tackle. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And one of the guys to watch out for out of this group is the man on the outside, Keenan Allen.
His versatility, able to play outside the numbers, come back inside to the slot. In any case, you've got to find ways to get him the ball.
From the 31, Newton got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On the defensive side, here are the starters for Tennessee. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Check 13. Check 13.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, 4 down.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Newton. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That's complete to Cobb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Breida. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what the talk has been all week within their locker room. And it's really, let's rely on ourselves, because they could get help and still get to the playoffs. But who wants that? Go out, win the game, take care of things yourself, and then you don't have anything else to worry about.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch.
From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player, it's just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return comes Cobb. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to a self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here we go.
A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 22 carries, 102 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Newton. And he whips that one incomplete there. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Newton. And that is it. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On a jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And they're not able to hook up there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They fake the give. Newton. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. John Simon. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Newton. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 44, Newton, and he fires one incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Newton now to throw. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Prescott on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's got Allen. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Carl Lawson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now.
Defense.
So that one will be accepted.
We got this.
Automatic first down.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A beautiful fake. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now Newton lets it fly deep for Cobb, and that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Detroit. Randall Cobb. 89 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that time he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Stephen Hauschka for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Prescott got him in. It's Brown. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. And he completes it to Westbrook.
That's it, baby.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Prescott to throw it. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 49-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Lions will take over. Getting set to go again on the offensive side. Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking. Able to establish themselves, control the game by running it, have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
And as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
Back near his goal line. It's Prescott. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was Cam Newton who led the way in that first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 25. Time for our players spotlighted, and focus is in here on Cam Newton. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, a run with Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second.
They go counter with Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the gun, here's Newton. He's got a man, that's Keenan Allen. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It was the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run with Breida, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Breida. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready? Ready? Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Ready?
Now Newton on 1st down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket, and he's going to keep it here. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Ready? We're set. Ready? 52 right here. 52. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
This is Breida. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Gordon, and this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That's what I'm talking about.
From the 25 on second down, Prescott. The open man is Westbrook. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Prescott now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. That escapes the sack. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy, crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Gordon. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw, Newton. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Newton. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Switch.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
On 2nd down and 4, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Looking long for Westbrook. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's Ryan Allen now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now Cobb to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They run again with Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Newton now to throw. Caught by Cobb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
This is Breida on the draw. Oh, now Breida loses it. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Out come the Titans now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
yardage back to the 29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Here's Newton. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Hauschka's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in the game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Titans on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd.
That's it.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. We're on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. To the air again, Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw is Prescott. And finding Davis here, the tight end. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. Prescott to throw it. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a give to Breida. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Anderson. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Check 43.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Detroit, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.